My name's Eric Dilley, and I wrote this book, Be Addicted to Life, because I firmly believe that we all can live a life that we are truly addicted to. One where we appreciate the good things, the bad things, or really tragic things, because they all work together for the good, for the building of our character, to someone that we really are excited to be, and that person that just kind of looks back on life once it's all finished, and we're like, man, that was good. I'd do that again. Someone that lives a fulfilled life. I think that's what life's all about, you know? So this book is real special to me. I write about different memories that I have, that I've lived through. And I think that life speaks to us through our memories. I believe that life is the toughest teacher because it gives the tests first and the lessons after. And if we're taking tests through our entire life, if we fail to reflect on our experiences, we'll lose out on all that treasure, on all those lessons that we can learn that'll help us go through the next steps and get to the higher and higher levels of life. One of the people I like to follow is a guy named Zig Ziglar. This guy is, as far as personal development goes, he is like the godfather, right? Like, he is one of the earliest people next to Earl Nightingale. He says that it's not how far you fall, but how high you bounce back that really counts. And I totally believe this. I think you would agree that, when we're falling, especially if you've experienced substance use, like the destructive side of addiction, if you're falling, it feels like you have no control over how far you fall. It's just, they say you hit rock bottom, but sometimes it's like you just hit a bump on the way down, right? And then all of a sudden, it's like, at least for me, it was like I learned some very important lessons that I had to learn for me to even have the opportunity to bounce back. I had to learn that I had to be honest with myself. I had to learn that I had to be curious about what the future could hold and about the potential that I had outside of just partying. But once you start bouncing back, you just keep going higher and higher and higher, and we have complete control over how high we can bounce. What do I mean by that? You see, I believe that our character is one of the most important, if the most important thing we have to worry about as far as here. There's a very important saying that we are transformed by the renewing of our mind. Our mind and our identity changes at some point in our life, because when we're falling, it isn't until our identity is challenged that we can have a redirection. And when our identity is challenged, I don't want to be this person anymore, I don't like who I am anymore, this sucks. It allows us to look forward and be curious about the potential of the person we could be. What if I didn't do this anymore? There's a quote. I love quotes. I'll spit them out all day. Your talent can take you to where your character can't keep you. You see, we can develop all these skills. We can achieve everything that we really thought we wanted, and we'll lose it very quick if our character isn't there. Think about it like this. It's like the curse of the lottery. And the curse of the lottery, you have all these people that have won millions and millions of dollars. They went from rags to riches in an instant, only to lose all of their wealth within a couple years. It's because they didn't have the character, the skills, the mindset to allow them to hold on to that wealth. And the same way, we can lose everything we have if we are failing to help co-create that celestial character that we were created to be. Character. C.S. Lewis, he says that one of the most, he says, teaching knowledge without morals seems to me that we're just creating more clever devils. In our life, Morals is essentially a code of conduct. What's your code of conduct? I firmly believe that everyone follows something, and the best leaders are the best followers. Are you just following yourself in circles? Do you even know where you're going? Where is your vision taking you? We need to have a vision in our life so we know where we're going. So, being addicted to life. It's a battle. It's kind of like the acronym, BA2L, be addicted to life. It's a battle no matter what. We get to choose the battle. We get to choose to fight for being a victim, or we can choose to fight to be the hero. We can choose to fight for the side of light and goodness, or we can choose to fight for darkness, ignorance. What are you fighting for? So when we go into our life, I believe our life is set up in 3 sections: awareness, education, and growth. When we focus on awareness, education, and growth, we have the keys that it takes to live life at the highest levels, to recover at the highest levels, to keep growing. We have to be aware of our faults. We have to be aware of our strengths. And in the process, we develop our strengths, we protect ourselves where we're weak, and we find people to join our team. Find people with a common goal, a common mindset, a community of people. Being addicted to life is all about being curious about this potential. Now, I encourage you to think about what I said about awareness, education, and growth. Think about what it means to develop a character that can keep the wealth that God has for us. Think about a time in your life that you might have lost everything when you thought you had it. You see, it's our choice. It's our choice to look into the future with a hope, with a goal, with a dream. And it's our choice to fight that battle. And I promise you, if we choose to fight that battle, the one that we just know we have to fight, that at the end of that, it's going to be our heaven. I hope you enjoyed it. The battle is yours. Be addicted to life.